Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen TV. Liverpool just drawn away in the Emirates, 2-2 with Arsenal into match action time. And, as the title of the video suggests, I think we deserve that, I really do. And listen, I think one of the things that I'm particularly happy with after that is the desire that Liverpool showed. That never say die attitude, or the never give up attitude once again. Tough place to go, Arsenal, and they had the players back, and yes, they had Salah missing and all that type of stuff, but Liverpool had injuries themselves. Don't get it twisted in any way, shape or form. Now, Liverpool pretty much have their first team out, apart from Alisson, of course, in goal. There was changes made, wasn't there? Curtis Jones starts instead of Szoboszlai. I think it was a good decision. I thought Curtis Jones did brilliantly on the ball. Might not have lit up the game in quite the same way as he did last week against Chelsea, but got involved in the game, more involved certainly than Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. Gravenberch and McAllister and latterly Szoboszlai. But he didn't give the ball away and didn't make mistakes. But really, it was just about Mo Salah again, wasn't it? I mean, the guy is he's just a machine, man. And when you start to doubt him, when you start to think, is he beating his man as often as he could do? And is he involved in games as much as he could be? And then you realise, yeah, because he's an output merchant. He was more than an output merchant for so long. He was so big and important to how Liverpool played. And he still is, of course, but when the ball drops to him inside the penalty area late on, and it's brilliant play by Darwin and brilliant play by Trent Alexander-Arnold before that, you just know it's a goal. You knew that he was not going to miss that up, because this man, time and time again, in the biggest moments, in the biggest arenas, against the biggest sides in world football, he always finishes his dinner, and he's always been like that. He's just unbelievable. He really is. And listen, I think Liverpool deserve a lot of credit, obviously, getting back into it. I think Robertson doesn't do particularly well for the first goal. I think Virgil should be closer to him, needs to give him more help. But, Robertson's played against Saka enough times and played against every single left-footed right winger in the world, wants to cut back in there and score, and that's what he did. And it goes to his legs, and the finish is brilliant by Saka, but I don't think Robertson had a particularly good game, to be honest. And then Liverpool get back into it. It's a good corner, Diaz with a nice little flick on, which they tried from a free kick a little bit earlier on with Virgil doing the flick on, I think it was. But I think Liverpool noticed something there, and obviously we tried to get something out of those set pieces, and the flick on by Diaz is good, and Van Dijk just does what he does, and that's get a head on it and get it into the net. So we do brilliantly. The second goal for them, it was a sucker punch, really, wasn't it? Because you're just thinking, don't concede before half time, and they've done the same free kick routine over and over again. And the first time, I think Merino misses it inexplicably. And the second time, it's an easy one and it's close to being offside, but it did kind of look onside, didn't it? And then how are you going to react from that at half time? Were there going to be changes made? There was no changes made, thankfully. Slot wanted to give it to probably 60 minutes, I think, before the 3 substitutions were made. And, then Tsimikas comes on, Gakpo comes on, doesn't he? And who was the other person that came on then? Oh, McAllister came on, didn't he? So those 3 subs made. And an instant impact from Tsimikas and an instant impact from Cody Gakpo. I think Szoboszlai took a little bit longer to get into the game. There was that one run through the middle where Declan Rice should have got a yellow card for pulling him back, but doesn't, because Taylor. But I think Arsenal fans will be sitting there as well somewhere going, Taylor. Although maybe they'll be saying it a lot more aggressively than I am, because they'll feel pretty downhearted at the moment, because it's a better point for us ultimately, isn't it? I think everybody knows it's a better point for us. So listen, Liverpool get back into it with Salah, and actually in the second half, I thought we dominated them. I thought they were the better side overall in the first half, although it was a lot more even. They probably shaded it, Arsenal, in the first half. But the second half, I don't think we hurt them too many times, but we dominated the football. We had the more chances. We obviously get back into the game. And all told, I think it was a really good away performance under trying circumstances. Good results for us in the league today, of course, with Manchester United getting beaten, although they're not really our business, are they? And Tottenham getting beaten as well. But I think Chelsea are probably closer to us and Arsenal than any of the other sides mentioned there. So yeah, all in all, a really good point. And another tough week boxed off, because Chelsea win, Leipzig win, Arsenal draw away. They're three very, very tough games, and Liverpool haven't been beaten in any of them. And we're arguably the better side here today over the course of the full 90. So yeah, pretty pleased at the moment.